My dear friend, have you ever wondered what would happen if a heart attack suddenly struck and there was absolutely no one around you? It sounds frightening, doesn't it? But that's exactly the reality many seniors are facing, especially those who live alone. Many people believe they'll have enough time to react or that someone will arrive in time to help. Unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. The truth is, in just the first few minutes, your chance of survival is already being decided. If you don't know what to do, then that very delay could cost you your only chance to make it through. But here's the good news. You don't need any medical equipment and you don't need anyone by your side. All you need is to stay calm, understand your own body, and take the right steps. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 7 incredibly simple steps, easy to remember, easy to do, and possible even if you're completely alone at home. From recognizing the early signs of a heart attack, to staying calm, protecting your heart, calling for help the right way, and using every second to hold on to life, everything will be explained clearly, directly, and without confusion. Oh, before we begin, let me ask you something small. Where are you watching this video from? I'd be really happy to know what city and state you're living in. Please leave a comment below and let me know. And if you find this kind of content helpful, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the upcoming videos. Now let's begin with the most important thing: how to recognize a heart attack early, before it's too late. Step 1. Don't wait for chest pain. Pay attention to the earliest signals. Not every heart attack strikes like in the movies, where someone suddenly clutches their chest and collapses in agony. In reality, most heart attacks begin much more quietly. They don't scream at you right away. They whisper, through small signs that are easy to overlook if you're not paying close attention. You might feel a vague pressure in the center of your chest, like something is pressing down from the inside. You might find yourself short of breath, even while sitting still. A slight pain behind the neck, cold sweats when it's not even hot, a feeling of nausea, dizziness, or weakness in your limbs. And sometimes the pain isn't even in the chest. It may radiate to the left shoulder, jaw, back, or upper abdomen. For older adults and women, the signs are even easier to misread because they can feel like indigestion, normal tiredness, or just being a little off today. Mr. Richard, 74 years old, is a clear example. That day, he was simply having tea when he felt a strange sensation under his collarbone and a bit of shortness of breath. No sharp chest pain, no tight squeezing, just something unfamiliar he couldn't quite explain. But instead of ignoring it, he remembered a video he had watched about unusual signs of a heart attack and called for help immediately. Doctors said that if he had waited just 10 more minutes, the damage to his heart would have been far more severe. So when your body quietly tells you something isn't right, listen. Don't try to tough it out. Don't assume it's probably nothing. Early attention is your very first chance at survival. And if you're still watching this video at this point, I want to say this: you're truly doing the right thing for your heart. Please press the number 1 in the comments below so I know you're still here, walking through this with me. Step 2. Call emergency services immediately. Don't wait for your body to scream louder. The moment you suspect that you might be having a heart attack, the first and most important thing you must do is call emergency services right away. Don't sit and wait to see if the symptoms go away. Don't try to drive yourself to the hospital. And don't call a family member first, only to dial 911 afterward. Because with every second that passes, your heart is losing the blood and oxygen it needs to stay alive. And if the flow isn't restored soon, that part of the heart muscle could die permanently. Calling emergency services isn't just about dialing a number. It activates an entire professional system, in it ready to step in the moment you need help most. While you're still at home, the medical team is already preparing medications, equipment, and a plan to respond in case your heart stops before reaching the hospital. On the other hand, if you try to drive yourself, you could lose consciousness behind the wheel or not make it in time. And with no one around, there would be no one to help. You don't need to be 100% certain that it's a heart attack before making the call. And don't be afraid of bothering someone or calling by mistake. Emergency responders would rather show up unnecessarily than miss the chance to save someone who hesitated. Keep your phone in a place that's easy to reach, next to your bed, in the kitchen, or in your shirt pocket. And if you have trouble speaking, use the emergency call function. Most smartphones today can make emergency calls even when locked. Call early. Call immediately. Don't wait. Just one timely phone call could be the most important action you ever take for yourself. If you feel this step is truly important and could save someone's life, please press the number 2 in the comments below, so I know you're taking this seriously. Step 3. Chew aspirin as soon as possible. After calling emergency services, the next thing you need to do immediately is find a regular aspirin tablet and chew it on the spot. You don't need to drink water. You don't need to wait for a doctor's instructions. Just chew slowly and evenly so the medicine can be quickly absorbed through the lining of your mouth and enter your bloodstream. Why is this important? Most heart attacks happen when a plaque inside a coronary artery ruptures, leading to the formation of a blood clot, blocking the flow of blood to the heart muscle. Aspirin doesn't stop the heart attack, but it slows down the clotting process by preventing platelets from sticking together, which is the main cause of blockage. According to the American Heart Association, AHA, chewing a 325 milligrams aspirin within the first few minutes can significantly reduce the extent of heart muscle damage and increase the chance of survival if emergency care arrives in time. You should prioritize using standard, non-enteric-coated aspirin, not the delayed-release kind, because those forms absorb more slowly and are not suitable in emergency situations. However, if you've ever had an allergy to aspirin, are currently taking blood thinners, or have a history of serious stomach ulcers, you should not take aspirin unless previously approved by your doctor. If you have no contraindications, keep a few aspirin tablets in easy-to-find places around your home, your bedside drawer, wallet, purse, or kitchen cabinet. And don't forget to check the expiration date regularly. One single aspirin, when used at the right moment, can be the first step in protecting your heart from serious damage. Step 4. Sit or lie down so your heart can truly rest. After you've called emergency services and chewed the aspirin, the next thing you need to do isn't to do more. It's actually to do nothing. Don't walk around. Don't clean up. Don't try to open the door unless it's absolutely necessary. Just sit or lie still, in whatever position feels most comfortable and easiest for you to breathe. During a heart attack, your heart muscle is working with a very limited supply of blood and oxygen. Even small actions, like standing up, taking a few steps, or bending over, can raise your heart rate, increase oxygen demand, and make the blockage worse. According to recommendations from the American Heart Association, AHA, and the European Society of Cardiology, ESC, anyone suspected of having a heart attack should immediately stop all physical activity, sit in a semi-reclined position with their back well supported, feet flat on the ground, and arms relaxed. If you feel dizzy or like you're going to faint, lie on your side and keep your head slightly elevated with a low pillow. This posture helps reduce the amount of blood returning to the heart, eases pressure on the lungs, stabilizes your heart rate, and maintains blood flow to the heart as steadily as possible. Another important point: keep your body from panicking. Sitting still doesn't mean you're just enduring it. It means you're giving your heart a real chance to settle down, reducing the risk of dangerous arrhythmias or sudden cardiac arrest. If you're sitting in a chair, sit upright. Avoid slouching forward, keep your shoulders relaxed, and breathe evenly. The right posture not only helps you breathe better, but also eases the feelings of restlessness and panic. Let your body rest completely. In this stage, calm and stillness are the best support you can offer your heart. Step 5. Unlock the door, so emergency responders aren't delayed. If, after calling emergency services and settling into a safe position, you are still conscious and feel well enough to move, the next thing you should do is unlock your front door immediately. It might sound simple, but this is actually a crucial step in helping emergency responders reach you as quickly as possible. If the door is locked, medical personnel might have to break it down, contact building security, or look for an alternate way in. Those minutes of delay could push you dangerously close to the edge, especially if your heart stops before they arrive. A study published in the Emergency Medicine Journal showed that just a 1 to 4 minute delay in reaching a heart attack patient can significantly reduce the survival rate, particularly when the heart has already entered arrhythmia or stopped beating. That's why, if you live alone or in a building with restricted access, like a high-rise apartment, you should plan ahead. You might keep a spare key with a trusted neighbor, install a smart lock that can be opened remotely, or use a medical lockbox with a code meant for emergencies. However, it's important to emphasize, only unlock the door if you feel stable enough to move and are not dizzy. If standing up could cause you to collapse or lose consciousness, it's better to stay put and remain in the resting position from the previous step. In that case, emergency responders will still find a way in, and your physical stability matters far more than an unlocked door. Unlocking the door may seem like a small detail, but in reality, it could determine the exact moment a medical hand reaches your chest. And in the middle of a heart attack, a few seconds earlier can mean a completely different outcome. Step 6. Use speakerphone and set up your medical ID on your phone. Once you've called emergency services and settled into a safe position, the phone in your hand is no longer just a communication device. It becomes a lifeline. It helps you stay connected, stay calm, and provide critical medical information in case you can no longer speak for yourself. Right after calling 911, switch your phone to speaker mode. This helps you avoid holding the phone to your ear, which could worsen shortness of breath or dizziness during a heart attack. Place the phone nearby, keep your hands relaxed, and listen to the dispatcher's instructions. This isn't just emotional support. The sound of your voice, your breathing, and even the noises you make can help the person on the other end assess your condition, even if you're unable to describe it clearly. Additionally, if you lose consciousness before help arrives, the medical information stored in your phone may be the only thing that can speak for you. Most smartphones today have a feature that displays emergency medical info even when the screen is locked. On iPhones, this is found in the Medical ID section of the Health app. On Android devices, it's usually in the Emergency Information or Security settings. Make sure to fill in all essential details: your full name, date of birth, existing conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease, a list of current medications, drug allergies, blood type, and emergency contact numbers. According to emergency services like EMS in the United States, having clear and accessible medical information can help doctors treat you faster, more accurately, and avoid dangerous mistakes, especially when time is critical. Setting up your medical ID only takes a few minutes, but its value lasts a lifetime, especially in moments when you can no longer protect yourself. Think of your phone not just as a communication device, but as a portable medical record that stays with you every single day. Step 7. Regulate your breathing to keep your heart from crossing the line. When chest pain begins, most people's first reaction is panic. the heart starts beating faster. Breathing becomes rapid, the body tenses up. And this very reaction, although instinctive, unintentionally adds more pressure to an already struggling heart. While waiting for emergency help to arrive, you still have one powerful tool that requires no medical equipment: your breath. You may not be able to control the blood flowing through your arteries, but you can control how you inhale and exhale. Regulating your breathing won't reverse a heart attack, but it helps calm the sympathetic nervous system. As a result, your heart rate may stabilize, blood pressure may lower slightly, and that feeling of tightness and fear can begin to ease. Many studies in major medical journals, like Circulation and the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, show that slow, deep breathing can improve oxygen efficiency and reduce the risk of arrhythmias during acute heart episodes. The simplest way to do this is with a 4 to 6 breathing pattern. Gently inhale through your nose for about 4 seconds. Pause briefly. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for about 6 seconds. Continue repeating this rhythm steadily, without force, without rush. If you don't remember the exact numbers, just follow the principle. Breathe slowly, breathe evenly, and make your exhale longer than your inhale. This technique helps reduce unnecessary oxygen consumption and limits the risk of overstimulating the heart, which is especially important when blood flow to the heart is compromised. For older adults, this is a skill worth practicing daily, not only for emergency situations, but also to support long-term heart health. You may not be able to control the situation, but you can still control your breath. And sometimes, that steady breath is the very thing that keeps your heart from giving out before the ambulance makes it to your door. My dear friend, we've just gone through 7 simple steps, but ones that could decide your survival if a heart attack suddenly strikes when you're all alone. From recognizing the very first and often vague warning signs, to calling emergency services without hesitation, chewing the right aspirin, staying still to ease the strain on your heart, unlocking the door to avoid delays, using your phone to stay connected and provide medical info, to the simplest step that's often forgotten: controlling your breath. Each of these steps may sound small, but when done at the right time and in the right order, they form a chain reaction that can extend your life, reduce damage to your heart, and improve your chance of recovery after the crisis. What matters most isn't memorizing every detail right now. What matters is knowing this: you are not powerless. You can prepare ahead of time, you can face the moment calmly, and you can take action, even when no one else is around. If this video has helped you better understand how to protect yourself, take a few minutes to keep the most important points close. You can write them down, post them on your refrigerator, or simply share them with someone you care about. Because sometimes survival depends more on how prepared you were before it happened than on how strong you are when it does. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. I wish you peace and the strength to stay steady in the face of the unexpected.